Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome to a not My Street 5 years later. In fact, not even a My Street review, but still an Aphmau review, which we are not streaming this time, because the only reason that I streamed the other ones is because of, the fact that it was supposed to be a whole live event in the first place, and the whole tradition and stuff. We're going back to pre-recorded to see how this works. Is this going to be better or not, considering how things normally go? And also because another stream after this, so lots of reasons, really. But basically, you might be wondering right off the bat before we start, not only just why it's pre-recorded, but also why I, of all people, am starting with a remake. Well, because BB has mentioned several times since Diaries Rebirth came out that the best way to experience Minecraft Diaries is just going through Diaries Rebirth and then starting with the original season 1 of Minecraft Diaries immediately on the last video. So I want to put that theory to the test. So we're going to do exactly that and see how it goes and see how the viewing experience is affected for better or worse. And also,
I was not informed of that detail, guys. Don't worry. I was asked, hey, does anyone... he drops into the Butter Bunch group chat, says, hey, does anyone want to watch MCD Rebirth with me? And I'm like, sure, that was my first Aphmau video. Yeah, I don't see why not home. Sure. He goes, cool. And first off, the cool already felt somewhat ominous. And then we come in here, and I'm like, oh, all right, cool.
Did you also get an ominous call? Is that a new thing,
Yes.
Jacob?
An ominous call? That was yesterday, and I warned you about that.
You said you did. You private DM'd me.
Oh, sorry, an ominous cool. Sorry, yes.
Cool.
Yeah, but yeah, no, and that was it. That's the context I had. I was not told at all that he was gonna lean on my theory here.
No, but I mean, are you glad that I'm at least, No,
I'm interested in seeing how you feel about the idea.
Me too. We're also joined by KW, who hasn't said much as of yet, but also I'm not sure if she's seen Diaries Rebirth yet.
Nope.
It's good.
Okay,
it's good.
So we get the fresh perspective as well. That's good to know.
I didn't know Diaries existed until you told me.
Really?
What? Didn't know Diaries itself existed?
Yeah, until I met you, I didn't know Diaries existed.
Ah,
yeah.
Have you seen it
since? I wasn't around for that. Nope.
Oh.
I wasn't.
Okay.
I wasn't off around for that era, and I just didn't watch it.
See, Jacob has seen it, and he's testing my theory, but you haven't seen it at all, and you're I feel like you're gonna be the golden test here.
Well, I mean, so is KW.
Oh, I guess that's.
I know.
That's
yeah.
KW is still here because
Yeah. I'm still here. I'm just letting you guys talk. Like I just don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say.
You talk on streams all the time. What do you mean?
This is true. Yeah. Well, maybe there'll be more to say once we get to the actual video. So
also,
I guess
I'm trying not to cough so much when talking. So
hey, that's okay. Well, I recorded a video literally while I was dying. I didn't know I was dying, but further in the process of dying, if I hadn't gone to the doctor.
Ill? Jesus Christ!
I think this was a while ago. I think I was in that video.
You were. This was whenever I did the spore video. Except what I thought was the cold or something was actually middle stage pneumonia, an ear infection.
This is why that video has not been released yet.
Yeah. So. And then we went to the doctor, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you have pneumonia, by the way." And it's like, "Oh, cool. That explains why I've been getting progressively worse."
By the way.
Oh God.
The great thing about pre-recording, I can edit out the stuff that's gonna get like tedious and tangential, or just fast forward it. Right. So I was going to say before this that the city you've never seen before, see it now, and now behold where the My Street characters sort of came from, but also not really. Without further ado, on with the review.
Okay then.
Well, yes, but actually no.
Well, yeah, because this is the kind of remake that was like very much altered and changed.
Oh yeah, no. So that's part of why my timeline is a little bit wonky on that, because she shifted the timeline events quite a bit with the remake, and so I was like, okay, and so I accounted for all that, and I came out with something.
This is why I'm looking forward to seeing like which episode number is going to be the one where we go to the original again to see if there's anything missing at all.
Take this and place it somewhere that needs the help of Irene.
I'm assuming that woman meant the blessing of Irene.
Well...
They doubt me, but I'll make them beg for mercy.
I wonder who that is. KW, you recognize that voice?
Maybe.
I will lord someday, but
This is all I can do.
I heard something coming from this direction.
Okay, already a way better start than the first one. BV, do you remember how the original Minecraft Diaries started?
If I recall correctly, she spawns in, does a normal survival intro, and then starts terrorizing the village almost immediately after,
There's a bit more to it than that. There's a bit more to it. So she, for once in the entire series, like actually reads the Minecraft diary, like at the beginning, in this like temple area that never appears again.
Yeah, no, I actually remember that was because at the time, the My Street, so what is now Minecraft Diaries Origins, was considered canon.
Minecraft Diaries Season 1, yes, I was getting to that.
Yeah, and so she starts it with saying, "Welcome to Season 2," and that's what led me down the rabbit hole to find out, okay, so she retconned that, and so Origins is no longer canon.
Oh, she did retcon that. That was like an announcement at the end of episode 100, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, okay, so there is that. But then afterwards, you know, the masked figure there, the one in green, she sees him and then decides to chase after him while still doing the speech to the audience, and then that's when she ends up in the village and just kind of explores around and finds different people. Because the story wasn't written out by that point, a lot of that stuff couldn't be prepared, and also it would not have been this reliant on visuals, because it would have been just verbal at the time either way.
And then let's not forget, starts terrorizing the village.
Oh no, of course not. Yeah, but we haven't got to the village yet. I was going to talk about the Babe House eventually.
That's not how you spend your afternoons.
I mean, I love villages in Minecraft.
Not every day we find a maiden in these woods. Now answer me. Who are you?
Yeah, this part didn't happen before.
Don't play coy with me.
Also, was his sword looked like it was just like an actual like cuboid or something, because you couldn't see the point.
I can see right through you. You're playing the poor defenseless woman, but once I turn my back, you'll take me for all I'm worth.
What would have been really funny is if when he said, "I can see right through you," it just turns out that she was still like semi-translucent, and at that moment she like fills it entirely. Dead.
What?
Bleeding and dead. Mike, I stand corrected.
Enemy defeated.
He wasn't doing anything.
What did you do?
Nothing. She merely fainted from the mere threat of my presence.
This maiden seems like no threat. She seems to be suffering from extreme exhaustion and hunger.
Whoa. Now that you mention it, she's practically naked.
He didn't mention that. He didn't mention anything. Also, how does a helmet blush? Excuse you.
See, this is... I think... See, this is part of the main issue with masks in movies and stuff. And this is why in movies where you have like a knight or something, they usually don't wear their helmets and stuff for most of the movie. They start out with and then take it off and you never see it again. Because it's usually considered that seeing the face is better. Here's the thing. I understand why she did it, because it's Minecraft and she leaned into the more anime-esque, and so she was like, oh yeah, I'll still add the humanoid features. I think it would have been better.
Announcing Diaries Rebirth was the one where she said she makes Minecraft anime, so you're right there.
Yeah, I do think it is a slightly better option though. Well, at least worth a thought that she wouldn't do that. Not just because it's not realistic, but because...
It could be done with a sound effect to achieve the exact same effect.
No, because at this point in Gareth's arc, in this point in time, he's the head guard. He is a high-ranking official.
I'm just gonna picture what's happening in KW's head right now. Wait, that's Gareth?
What?
Yes, that's Gareth.
He's
I heard the name Gareth, and I'm like, oh, is Gareth gonna be in this series? Oh yeah, of course he is. So like, well, how?
Did you not hear the voice?
Well, I mean, Andy's done other characters before. It could have been Jeffrey.
Dude, that voice... No, if you've heard Andy's actual voice, you would know that's the Gareth voice. That's not the way he sounds by default.
This is true, yes.
The only difference is that he puts in a little bit more of a accent to it. So it's a little bit more to how Season 1 Maestri Gareth would act whenever he's flirting. So he adds in that little tinge. But besides that, it's pretty much the exact same.
Do you remember the audition process that was reported?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, in case people don't know, the way that both Andy and Sebastian landed the roles of Gareth and Lawrence respectively was that they were the ones who in the audition made Jess swoon the most.
Yeah,
That's not how you cast your voice actors, because that's how I cast mine. My very real projects.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No,
that's.
But no, I think. But my point was.
Projects. What the heck? You never told me this.
But my point was that because he's so high ranking and is meant to be a powerful figure at this point in time, I think it would have been better to kind of make him feel a little less emotional at this point. Because I think assuming this kept going, him unmasking himself would have been a bigger reveal whenever it's like, yeah, and here's my face, and now you start to see the emotion in him, and it's like, oh, and here's the person behind it.
Oh yeah, there was a whole video. One of the episodes is titled Gareth's Face
Yeah, keep in mind, this is back whenever that was considered a mystery.
Yeah, and of course, it's the reveal that, oh wow, he's secretly young and hot, of course. And then, and then happened.
If it were live action, I'm sure Aphmau probably would have had him like shake his head, so it would have made the hair kind of like wave around like a beast.
Well, I think he lost his helmet already, but maybe like he turns around in the cave or something when it's the reveal.
He did. It's because he was ashamed of his head or his face for lore reasons, which I don't think I should say at the moment.
I think she actually did that with the character of Gareth anyway in Gacha at one point. There was a Lifeguard Gacha parody that had Gareth come in slow motion a la Baywatch.
Yeah, I mean, in the actual context of the series, him showing his face wasn't a prideful moment for him for a very specific reason.
Yeah. But I guess we'll get to that unless we skip that part, which we'll see.
As a noble guard, you should learn to be more respectful with your words.
What?
Yeah, this is why Garth can't be emotionless, because Xenix is too much of an idiot and it infuriates him too much.
He is! Look at her!
Give me your cape.
What? Hey!
It wasn't a request.
Oh, come on! I literally just got that from Mattelli. Wait, don't put it on her.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. Cadenza lives in Mattelli, and she's the one who intends to supply clothes to people. It's close. The reference is close, you know? got up to here. We'll see what else happens.
We don't know where she's been.
You should have kept your mouth shut about her attire then.
I mean, even then, I hope someone
Carry
will
her.
do that.
We're going back home.
We're taking her to the village?
I do love how it looks like just an actual, like an actual
Outfit.
shirt. Yeah,
So-
of course.
So
Completely
world building
sleeves and
thing.
everything.
So world building thing that I never really noticed until now. He has the cross on him, which is an odd touch considering Christianity probably doesn't exist in this world.
I don't know. Zane's a high priest, and he has the cross on, his outfit as well. So,
A high priest of not the monotheistic god. Let's
but
keep
still
that
has
detail in
it
mind.
also has the cross. So again,
Yeah,
who knows?
but and I get why. It's because the setting is meant to resemble kind of the more medieval, and that was where the Crusades and all that were happening, and yada yada yada.
Yeah,
But also,
they have mentioned God in My Street, so
yeah,
perhaps both
in
religions coexist.
yeah, but whatever you call the Irene religion has always seemed to be the prominent one as opposed to Christianity. So it's
I don't know. Donna
odd.
seems like the odd one out in this case, worshipping Irene as much. Oh wait, no. Actually, that could have been a really good point of bonding between her and Emmeline. You know what? We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
We aren't leaving a defenseless woman for the fiends to feast on.
But I defeated her.
Can't you see her stab wounds?
Xenix, I'll believe that when you defeat the infestation of rats at our guard quarters. Like I asked you to do over a week ago. Now, carry her!
You've got to be kidding me!
Don't make me bend metal to frown again.
What?
Listen, with
You know what? That's the canon now. In this world, Garth invented metal bending. Toph never existed.
all due respect, Garth,
Oh, yeah.
please, hear me out.
Or maybe he's part
We're bringing in-
Transformer. Who knows?
Oh no.
An outsider to the village. With everything going on, do you think the people are going to keep listening to you? They're already blaming you for the death of our lord.
There was nothing I could do about! I did everything I could. The least I can do now is ensure that nobody else dies. We'll talk more about the village situation later. Right now, let's get this maiden to safety. Now, let's move.
You know, they probably would have moved faster if they carried her between the two of them, but maybe that wasn't animated yet.
I hope you know what you're
I
doing,
also
Sir
think
Gareth.
I think it's also done on purpose. I'm 99% sure he's making Xenix do it out of punishment.
Potentially. If that was like, I am too detached for this right now. I definitely won't grow to love her later.
Oh, and
you lost
now
Emily.
Emily's gone.
Rest in peace, Emily.
Yeah, so here's another point of difference.
Establishing shots, because Catface Studios did that a lot this time.
No, the village looks almost entirely different.
Oh yeah, of course, we're just a regular Minecraft village before. Which almost made it like more poetic how much it grew in the later seasons. Because of its humble origins. Although who knows, I guess in comparison to what we see with the other villages later, they all do look grander by comparison. It's the kind of thing where Shorty would be like, nah, I don't want to use a regular village. I'm just gonna build one from scratch entirely.
Oh god.
Yeah.
See, but Aphmau, whenever she did it, is even more insane, because that's chisel and bits.
Oh god.
That's not just a block.
Let's not give Shorty more ideas.
Village falls apart even further. Our lord and his family died in that fire.
We didn't recover any bodies to prove that.
Which is even worse! Imagine what that looks like to the villagers.
Yeah, either they burnt to a crisp or the Lord just faked his own death.
There's no one else to blame but us, the guards. We were supposed to prevent this.
We'll find a way to prove our innocence.
It's just upsetting. Wait. Why don't we use her to fix this?
Xenix, don't conjure another one of your idiotic ideas.
It also wouldn't work unless the fire literally just happened, and they just happened to stumble across somebody in the woods at this exact moment.
So if I was well, okay, what I think they might have meant is like, hey, we were hunting them down in secret, and then we found the person who did the fire and killed our lord, and here she is.
Okay, let's see.
No, hear me out this time. What if we blame it on her?
That will make us look even worse.
Not if no one finds out. Look, all we have to do is say all leads pointed to her causing the fire. When we cornered her, she attacked us. Get it? Besides, she's practically dead right now.
Which probably would not help your case if it seems like, you know,
Right?
she's supposed to protect you.
Xenix.
Look, she's not even waking up.
Yeah, no, because because like all of her blood just got drained because you stabbed her 5 times.
Oh, my Irene! She's actually attacking us!
Xenix, calm down.
I wasn't
you're wearing
expecting...
armor.
Wait, this is a good thing! My plan is working!
We aren't doing your idiotic plan. Milady, please. We aren't here to harm you. See?
Where am I?
First word she's spoken.
You're in the village of Phoenix Drop, and you're safe here with us. My name is Garroth. I am the head guard of this village. This is Xenix. He's my apprentice.
Don't tell her our names!
Xenix, remain calm.
Ooh, okay. Detail here. I heard that through my left ear because that's where they were put in position. Some good audio manipulation going on here.
You just said my name again!
That being said, my left ear does not thank you for this, but the rest of me does. Oh, wait a minute! Does she have a stomach? She actually does have a stab wound! I was kidding before, but no, they actually animated that.
I don't think that's where do you see a stab wound?
Okay, wait, let me just go back.
Tell her our names!
Xenix,
Hold on.
remain calm.
You just said my name
Yeah, look, see, look, her stomach there. Unless that's her navel.
No.
Might be a navel, actually.
What?
again!
Look, okay, that's her navel. Okay, never mind.
Oh, wow. She can fight.
After
She has a lot of energy now.
her!
That does tend to be how fight or flight works.
Hmm.
You won't believe it! I found a book all about the matron from the merchant by the docks and...
I also learned how to open a door without reaching out or putting my book down.
Ah! What's going on?
I also figured out how to move a book away from my face to acknowledge a sword that I didn't know was going to be there.
Emmeline, don't move.
I'll cut her!
She's crazy! I told you she did it!
At least he has enough recognition to know not to attack 2 people wearing armor.
She's the one who killed our lord, and she's bananas!
I don't want to die!
Everyone, shut up! Please,
There
let
you go, Gareth,
her
take
go.
command.
Quick, take off your mask and kiss her.
Oh god.
I know you're scared and afraid.
So, someone was like, and then Gareth launches and pins her to the wall. He removes his own mask, and his hair flows as it falls down in place.
We're not doing that. This is a Twilight.
Okay, are you aware of how many Garmau fanfics there were at one point in the world?
No.
But I promise.
Yeah,
Well,
she
let's keep it that way.
She made like 1 or 2 videos about the shipping war, literally having to draw a boundary, which is, hey, they're actors. Maybe I don't want to make out with them at every given moment, please. Can we stop arguing in my comment section, perhaps?
Yeah, I do remember at one point she actually did, in the 4-year anniversary of Minecraft Diaries original, before this remake came out, actually did break down as a result of the one scene that she felt she was obligated to write as a result of the shipping pressure and everything. That's the one situation where I think it was where that's where the fan interactions, just ignore those completely. Best way to get through that.
On my honor, that I will not allow.
Or just torment them further. Classic.
God.
Oh, any harm.
See, that's what I would have done in that situation. I would have been like, "Oh wow, Aphmau, you're having a baby? Wow, that is amazing! I'm so happy about this." And then just have him like celebrate everything.
Let's party together.
Yeah, exactly. If I got that many comments about Garmau at that point, that I wasn't going to go that route. That's exactly what the move I would have pulled there.
Please, believe me.
You are familiar.
Huh?
How am I familiar? You can't see me. I know what that's in reference to, BB. You don't have to say it.
Thanks, matron.
Aphmau Tovan says, "You're welcome."
Hey! I got some help!
Man, maybe I was wrong. Maybe this really is related to Christianity.
Wow. Okay.
Oh god.
Also,
is that one
okay.
gonna get cut out?
Nah.
No,
it's fine. We'll leave it in. We'll leave it in. Okay. So a few things I have to say here about just the characters' personalities in general. With the exception of Xenix, a lot of them were worked out like way later. I say exception of Xenix, like Xenix seems very different to his original diary self. Everyone else right now is acting like their original diary selves, but like what they became eventually after their personalities were worked out. Because of course, being NPCs at first in Minecraft Comes Alive, I think a lot of the stuff that happens is just essentially kind of random, and Jess just pulled a Paul Soares Jr. and implanted personalities based on like the quirks of the AI onto the characters. One thing that I love about classic Minecraft roleplays.
Except for one character who she instead just decided to borrow something from Legends of Korra.
Well, I mean, we'll get to him in a second. He's in this. Yeah, but to use the examples right now, of course, Dale immediately coming in drunk was inspired from the fact that he would always be stuck down the well or have something to do with, I think some of his dialogue might have been like alcohol related to, just by pure coincidence. So he became the town drunk. Emmeline, right here, has just had her life threatened for no reason and had one of her precious books thrown into the fire, and she's the librarian. Originally Aphmau tried to interact with her, and because of Minecraft Comes Alive, it turns out that everything that she did was the wrong option, so that NPC hated her, but yet she also stayed in the library during the original time, which only exacerbated the hatred that Emmeline had at first.
So, if I recall correctly, now I might be getting some details wrong, but the origins of the alcoholism we're a bit retroactive in this, even more so than you're giving it credit for, if I recall correctly. I think it was in the original, something tragic happens. I genuinely don't remember what. Something tragic happens to Dale. He goes into drinking, and then eventually serves himself into knighthood even more because he realizes that drinking is like hurting his family. And so he's now like stone hardened into the knight persona. And I think he might have had a semi-redemption at some point. And I think it's here where they start saying, okay, but the alcoholism might have been actually a return to alcoholism as opposed to the first few times.
Right.
Huh, okay.
Brendan, stop her!
There we go. This is what people was talking about. This character here is the
Oh
one
my
who has
god,
stuff
I
lifted
can
from...
literally see
It's
it.
Bolin, baby. Yeah. So that was all the way back. This was a bit that started all the way back in the now non-canon MCD Origins, which at the time was season 1. That she saw this character who looked like Bolin. She called him Bolin, and even started attributing some of the characteristics of Bolin. And then in season 2, or now season 1, she saw someone with the exact same skin and just carried it over until eventually she's like, hey, what if I start making an actual story here? And then gave him the name that you're about to get here in a moment.
Oh, yeah. Well, already, I think the name Brendan was designed through AI. Garth's already said it. But she does sometimes in the original call him Bolin. I had not watched Legend of Korra at that particular point, despite the fact that Aphmau talked about it a lot during Diaries Origins. It was like years later. So it's kind of like what MLP is now to me, also in reference to Aphmau. I recently rewatched Friendship is Sandcastles with a little bit more knowledge of what's going on, thanks to MLP and Disco Pops, and yeah, still think I'm missing out a lot of stuff, but at least not everything.
Do something!
Okay.
Ow.
Hey, I did it.
Yep. Here's your best Rapunzel impression. In front of Rapunzel, it seems.
Monster! How dare you do that to a poor defenseless maiden?
How dare you be here? You're not supposed to be here yet, Donna. You're meant to be in a village that's all, like, overcome with water. But we'll get to that.
But Garth said...
We'll teach you to hit ladies!
Oh, no! Oh, I'm sorry.
I love
sorry,
the detail.
sorry.
I love the detail that Donna specifically does, like, the Caitlyn thing, where she runs super fast in that moment.
Right.
Like, if you look, she's faster.
Yeah, Caitlyn as a character was not introduced until way later. In
No,
Diaries,
I mean, like,
so,
in My Street. Because remember at the
yeah,
con,
I know. So yeah, she can become the Caitlyn surrogate here. Kind of.
How could you let that happen to her, Garth?
Yeah.
She panicked when I attempted to calm her. It didn't help to have other people who were paranoid or drunk around to assist.
That's no excuse! You're the head guard. You're supposed to control the situation. Having Brendan smack her in the face with a shovel is no way to treat a frightened lady! What if she's been abused? Or worse?
You have my sincerest apologies.
Well, on the bright side, she won't remember it after being smacked in the face with a shovel.
No, she might wonder why she's got 5 stab wounds. I'm not letting that go.
Garth, the villagers are beginning to lose faith in you.
Beginning?
Wow, I was about to say beginning like that. Garth beat me to it.
This village cannot exist without a proper ruler. So unless you, yourself, want to become the Lord.
Oh, I don't want that! Sorry. Can you care for her for now?
My pleasure.
Thank you.
See, already just by being there, Aphmau's unifying the villagers. I will say it's a missed opportunity here because of the fact that Donna was Aphmau's first rescuee. As such, at one point she ventures out to a different village that just happens to be, like I said before, flooded with water, and Donna is there, and you can make the villagers like follow you, and it just turns out that I think everyone drowned except Donna,
Yeah, I
trying
was
to
about to
follow
say.
Aphmau.
Yeah, I was about to say help is a strong word in this situation. The
Well, she
real
helped Donna.
no. Again, I would say that's a debatable term. The context was not story related. It was survival let's play related. She wanted more villagers, found a village, proceeded to kidnap a villager, which she even made a bit about how she literally kidnapped Donna, brought her over and forced and essentially made this bit about giving her Stockholm syndrome, and everyone else who happened to try to follow Donna ended up drowning, and they survived for a little bit, but Donna managed to come, and eventually an actual story started to get crafted, and out came this.
So, like I said, a missed opportunity to show a bit of a different side to the character of Aphmau, but I guess maybe because because the whole amnesia thing obviously doesn't happen in the original, so I guess that had to be lost.
Yeah, in the original, she's actually competent at this point in the story.
So in one version she kidnaps people, in one version she threatens to cut innocent people to escape.
In her defense, all she was aware of is she was kidnapped, essentially. I would probably threaten to cut people around me too.
Okay.
You know, you can wake up now.
That actually worked.
You ain't gotta be afraid of me. I'm probably
No, only Brendan.
less intimidating than a man in armor holding a sword.
A faceless
your name?
man in armor was holding a sword.
Where are you from? Cat got your tongue?
I would love it if Donna started like trying. Well, actually, I was going to say she should try to like speak other languages right now. I mean, you know the fact that Donna can't read, so she's just like going like completely phonetic.
I don't remember anything.
Well, at least you can remember how to talk. You know, it's not important you remember who you are. At least not in this day and age. Hell, it's all about the name you make for yourself, you know?
That's kind of like the whole message of Minecraft Diaries itself, actually, just kind of like in that one throwaway line.
Yeah, it starts to really dig in during season 3, and I'm sure it would have went somewhere if season 3 kept going.
That's true. It could have gone the same direction here if we hadn't actually hinted at the big mystery in the literal first scene that we were presented with.
I don't think that's so bad, because first off, she already said before, part of the reason why this is so very different as far as the timeline and stuff is because what happened is she didn't want to make a 100 episode long thing.
I think we've lost connection. Well, virus connection, maybe.
Oh no.
Oh, okay, right, I can hear you. Yeah, BB's got like one bar. We'll come back to that point.
You know, I ran away from my mom's house long ago to become a merchant. Only moved here a few months ago.
Ah, she became I forgot about she became a merchant in this version. That actually adds a little bit of a different layer to what happens later with her. But
Heck,
we'll
if
see.
I look back on my past. So, in my opinion, no need for one.
That's a good point. I bet you can't guess who Donna's mother is, KW.
No, I have no guesses at this point.
Okay, so Donna's actual mother, if I'm remembering this correctly, I'll give you a hint. Well, hello there, Kawaii-chan. Thank you for looking after my kitties.
Oh my god, no way, no. You're telling me the crazy cat lady.
One of the greatest things about about like My Street is the fact that these characters that have mostly different relationships in the original version have come together in this whole new form. That happens a lot with like Aphmau stories in general, where like the same people pop up, which we'll see more of when we keep doing more of these reactions, of course. but they all interact so differently. They all choose at different times and stuff. Yeah, that's another example of that.
The crazy cat lady is in this series.
Yeah. Basically, like most of the important characters from My Street are from Minecraft Diaries. There are a few ones that are from other roleplays that came before, but the ones that stood the test of time and continued into later seasons are the Diaries ones.
Aphmau.
Huh? That's your name? Well, you know what? It's a start. The name's Donna.
Oh, BB's power went back. Okay, I went out.
Say, where are these markings?
They are from when a knight stabbed me 5 times. I'm still not letting that go. I'm going to bring it back as many times as I possibly can. Zenix stabbed an unconscious woman 5 times and let her bleed.
I don't know.
Interesting. You know, I'm not as worldly, but a good friend of mine who is in town right now for a bit. I bet we can find out more about your past if we go ask him.
Thought you'd have to be worldly to be a merchant, but
Huh?
Might lead to you finding where you came from.
But you said...
Say lots of things. Besides, you never know.
Well, that was some good philosophy. Don't go back on that now. Come on, Donna.
This princess whose parents will shower me with gold if I return you.
That could actually be a Minecraft roleplay series, not gonna lie. That could actually be an interesting premise.
Hey.
I'm pulling your leg.
Hi.
Now come on. No harm in trying to find out about yourself. Just don't feel like you gotta accept it, right? The past is in the past for a reason. Now let's go.
The future is a mystery.
You know?
Today's a gift, that's why we call it a present.
Hey, let's go!
You know. But no, what I was saying is I think the foreshadowing was good. That was the point before the rain just so rudely interrupted my sentence.
Down came the rain and washed your power out.
Yes.
Speaking of rain, they need some.
The crops are barren.
I can do
Hey,
good
at least you
segues
remember
for, like,
what they are.
Why is that?
At least you remember what crops are. Imagine just pointing at stuff going, crops.
It's funny.
Grass.
It's funny. She was actually saying in a, I think this might have been the infamous stream where she tried explaining the canonicity of this. Which, by the way, guys, that's why, I'm 99% sure that's why Jacob is testing the theory. Because my theory works that that this is a replacement in that whatever's shown here is top tier canon and is overpowers, but because it's not finished, ends up being half and half essentially. That's what my theory pertains. The reason it's a theory is because, as I've complained about in the stream, Aphmau said both are canon, and then gave like 4 different combinations of it. I felt like I was watching a padlock. So basically what she said is, so you have My Street original, and you have MCD original, and you have My Street remake and MCD remake. And then she starts drawing arrows to all of the above and says, and see, this is canon to this, and this is canon to this, but it's also canon to this. And don't worry, guys, I know it's confusing. I have it all mapped out clearly, though, in my journal, which I'll do a whole stream about where I'll reveal all, and it'll all make sense. Don't worry, it'll happen. It did not happen.
Aphmau doesn't even stream anymore. It's been like years since the last stream happened at all.
Yeah. So my theory was that, okay, So what she was saying is this is canon until it's overwritten by the remake, right? That's my idea.
So
And,
it's like
but
FNAF with the
no,
sword.
not it. Well,
No,
not really.
it's more like the different like love patterns in Bracker's Ladybug, where they all coincide in different formats.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
but in that very same stream, she had said how whenever she was writing this, one of the biggest issues was giving her amnesia because she was trying to make the pacing good while also having her not know much. And so she was trying really hard to decide what she did and didn't know. And so that's why she's not just actively going, what's that? Because she isn't trying to drag it out to the 100 episodes.
I mean, okay. I feel like just cutting out a lot of the traveling in between certain segments or the internal monologues would have cut down the running time significantly already, but I see.
It's a long story. Basically...
Then again, 100 episodes of this remake actually feel like could have people would have liked that.
This town
I
is dying.
feel like amnesia
Maybe.
just to have to mean like you forget almost everything. You could just forget about your past and still know like what's food and what's grass and the sky.
Well, the thing is, this wasn't a thing in season 1. This was a thing that was retconned to be a thing in season 2. And got even more developed in season 3. Whenever she made the remake, she wanted to kind of fill in the blanks a little bit more. That's why there's a lot of foreshadowing in the remake, because a lot of this didn't exist in season 1. At least not until like the last like couple episodes.
Yeah,
and even then we only got like a glimpse.
Yeah, some things didn't exist until they were when the first parts were airing, and therefore could not have been foreshadowed. And now they can.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I do love the fact that there's so much that obviously having to remember like all these plot points, all these details from 100 episodes of one season, and then so many more of the rest of it, but still taking the time to put those things in here actually does make this stand out a lot.
I agree. That was one of those moments where
Aphmau actually cares about the role plays and some of the continuity of them.
Dude, it's amazing how she went to this and dropped the ball almost immediately, like cold turkey, to make this like kids content. It's so strange.
I don't know. It wasn't almost immediately. We still had Minor Demons, Phoenix Drop Days.
Well, no, but like that all just dropped on an instant. Like it was like a wall just kind of grew like at that whenever all that ended. It's like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing this now. Forget the quality stuff, I guess.
Yeah, every now and then, still one video that surprises me, but yeah, not really. Not the same. We've talked about that enough.
Lot the towns are. Merchants say, rumor has it, things ain't been right with the world lately. That's none of my concern. Ain't a guard or lord to give two bullcorns about it.
Lord?
I thought she was gonna say a
Glue of any village. Person keeps things together with their guards. In fact, the lord of this village recently died, so even if we find out anything about you...
So recently, we still have time to frame an innocent person for his murder.
Most people you talk to here will probably be leaving soon.
Oh.
Socialize? Nah.
To be fair, that nah is pretty fitting. This version of Aphmau was kind of given like retroactive social anxiety.
So better than Aaron's social anxiety in Falcon Flight University.
Except this one actually felt like social anxiety.
By the way, adding to the long list of characters that shouldn't be here yet, hello, Visha.
Dana, good to see you!
I thought they kissed for a second. Like,
oh, and there's another one right there on the side.
Oh, yeah, he's not meant to be born, is he?
Nope, he shouldn't have been a thing. And the first few lines that he's gonna say shouldn't be a thing that has happened until at least the double digits of episodes.
Which is, again, another reason I want to... like, these... Like, Brian's a good example of why I want to see, like, how the original now lines up.
Yeah, how the BB cut ends up making it look.
Exactly, this is the BB cut.
Baby cut.
Not a chance.
I heard everything going on from this lad here.
Jesus
Wow,
Christ, he
appeared,
teleported.
like,
What the heck? Is he Nightcrawler or something?
I guess.
He is glue.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's got the blue.
Sorry, your dad's drunk again.
Then again, Vischer has the accent.
At least Sir Dale is only an idiot when he drinks.
Well, look at you calling your dad sir. You're gonna make a fine, full-fledged guard someday, Brian.
Thank you, milady.
Hey, Vischer, take a look at my friend here. Do these markings look like anything you've seen before?
Donna, why are you asking me when I'm simply a merchant? Don't this village have a decently known librarian you can ask?
Oh, right. The crazy one, obsessed with the matron. Gosh, that slipped.
Obsessed with the matron. Donna. Feels like there's a little bit of a character change going on here.
My mind. Mostly because she's a bitch.
Donna, there are children about.
I'm 16.
Okay, that part also not in the original version.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
This is like the very like minor blip in Aphmau's existence, where she was like still child friendly, but just trying to see like how far she could push it. There was a time like way before the roleplays happened where she actually did swear on camera. Most of the videos have now been deleted, but yeah. But this was like the second biggest attempt at that.
Dude, this entire frame is an example of the paradox that is this remake. This frame is a good example.
God, this should be the thumbnail. You know, shouldn't be here, shouldn't exist, shouldn't look like that.
And also, the character's completely different. Yeah.
Who would be obsessed with the matron, Donna? Who at all? I wonder.
Then,
was it Donna who first introduced the concept of Irene the matron? It might have been.
Eat your vegetables more, kid. Trust me. But Donna, why question the markings on a lady who can speak for herself?
Well, so much for that.
She ain't remember a thing.
Oh no, come here, poor girl.
Oh god.
Also, why she's still
he would have been rugby tackled at that point by Aphmau or something. He'd just been like some sort of like, I don't know, like a judo move, like an Iponcionage, just go like that.
Dude, what happened to like the makeshift dress they made?
Oh, that? No, she
just still question
she
about
emancipated herself from that in like almost immediately, like during the whole like Gareth and Xenix fight.
Donna, why haven't you clothed her?
Oh, jeez. Well, I guess that slipped my mind as well.
It's a sunny day. Oh well.
I got so excited she might be a lost princess.
No, every lady is a princess. No. If she breathes, she's a queen.
I had not heard of that meme when I first heard this, and then looked in the comments and everyone was quoting it, and I was like, what on earth is this from? And then I found out.
Yeah, this one kind of dates the series. But to be fair, at least it's disguised well enough. It's not like Black Panther and rewatching it and seeing the "what are those" reference.
That meme was already dead by the time that film came out. That was the problem.
It's going to be even more strange whenever your kids watch it, though.
This is true. Yeah, with this line, it's not a direct quote. Also, because that would not be child friendly. But it's
oh god.
It's better than nothing, yeah. What I was going to say something else. I'll come back to it.
Wait here, sweetie. Uncle Vischer will grab you the best garb I have.
Yeah, Uncle Vischer was something. He's given a lot more personality than he originally had.
Yeah, he was just kind of grumpy, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I wish I could have this outfit. I'm just saying, it's a great looking outfit.
Hey, anyone in Catface? This is merch, please.
Vischer, you don't even give me clothes for free.
My wife wouldn't let me hear the end of it if I didn't help a lady in need.
Ah, good woman.
Speaking of, Donna, may I speak to you about a matter in private real quick?
Will it take long?
Perhaps, but it's about the
Ah, green eyes! What does it mean? I'm kidding.
Merchants Guild.
Oh my god.
Brian?
On April
out about
1st, just
that.
released on April 1st, release a video titled "The Truth About Vischer."
See, I've already I've already made a joke about Vischer while the old theories, but yeah, why not? I'll do another one.
Do you think you can show Aph-May?
I can make a parody for Uncle Vischer at some. I haven't done a Diaries song at all, so we'll see.
Now here around? This is kind of an important conversation for me.
Me? I mean, sure, Lady Donna.
Good boy. Aphmau, you go with him. I'll meet back up with you later and take you to your home for the night. See you later.
See, it just occurred to me, you know, Donna's accent implied that she's from somewhere else. I mean, we already know that she's, like, escaped and such. Again, could have been the Water Village, but just had everyone
Her
with their accents.
accent shouldn't exist with the
Hey,
setting of this
Look,
world.
she's run away from far. You know, we've already gone over the fact that she left the crazy cat lady a while ago.
That
So-
changes nothing. That is a distinct accent that should not be around at this point in history.
Maybe the crazy cat lady lives in South Rouen.
Is Rouen just America in this world?
Well, kind of, yes. Remember like the schools are all named after like the villages from the Diaries. Like Phoenix Drop High itself is obviously Phoenix Drop the city. We've got Ocassus Prep. Scaleswind, I think, was also mentioned at one point. Falcon Claw University. So these clearly all the same locations, and the closest parallel that you can get as far as like a world location is
That's
America. So yes,
That's a good. Do you think those were built around the areas of these?
Yes, I do.
That'd be so cool, dude. Imagine like for Halloween, you get like a little like spooky story where they see like the ghosts of people from MCD, like haunting like the school grounds or something.
Oh.
I guess. I don't know. I mean,
dude, with the amount of battle that happens there, you're telling me there isn't any spirits?
oh, I mean, there could be spirits. Yes, just feels very convenient for it to be. Some of them probably died overseas. Anyway, what? I want to see what, I don't know, Metelli Metropolitan looks like in this universe. Some other point in my streets.
Ma'am, I need to attend to a matter of the guards. Will you be so kind as to follow me?
Oh yeah, so like, oh wow, I'm gonna look after her and show her around and stuff. I'm gonna immediately abandon you, ma'am. Please find your own way.
Sure.
This is why he's still in training.
Hello, Bolin.
Bolin and the world's first metal bender.
This is a step in the right direction. I hope.
What else are we gonna do with it? Our late Lord Malik would have agreed. Besides, we aren't the only village suffering. The merchants are speaking that villages all over have people going missing.
I wonder if that maiden we found was a victim of that.
Sure.
Brian! You're awake.
Aw, and clothed this time.
Xenix!
Did you sound a bit less disappointed about that, please, Xenix?
Forgive his mouth. It's often foul.
I think I said that already. Wow, she laughed the first time. All of Donna's attempts at humor, and that's what gets her.
You were going to say that of his face.
That's what awakens Aphmau's humor, clowning on Xenix. Okay.
What? You can't even see my face! Just my eyes!
It sets up the character, though, I'll tell you what.
It certainly does. Kind of also it kind of reminds me a bit of, the creator behind the series being like, there's going to be some characters I'm just going to make the butt of every joke they're in.
Forgive us for before, but I'm glad to see you've settled. Xenix, please inform Brian what's happening.
Yes, sir.
Would you be so kind as to tell me why you were in the
I like how
forest?
they walked at the same time. It looked like a hostage trade-off.
Oh, God.
That's the kind of thing they couldn't do back in the original days of Diaries. Or even the original days of, like, Season 1 of My Street, because that's when Jason was still controlling, like, one character at a time. You couldn't have more than two people walking at once, including Aphmau.
I don't remember.
Where you're from? Name?
Didn't we just did this with Donna?
No, I think.
Foreign, I see. Well then, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Garroth.
See, you could have foreign names, you can have accents in South Ruan.
Garoth?
No, Garroth.
It gives me PTSD. Please pronounce it properly.
I personally like Garoth better. Glad to see you two getting along.
I don't deserve her forgiveness.
Just be thankful.
I mean, yes, you do. She did point a knife at both of you.
So I will say that's a nice little reference. Aphmau wasn't so sure how to pronounce her own characters' names half the time. Lawrence's name was changed a few times, actually. At least the spelling was.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you see it with an A, sometimes with an E. Yeah.
Yeah, she was a bit unsure at times.
That definitely changed later on when you get to characters like Ian, whose name everyone says is spelt weird, except for Jess, who vehemently denies anyone who brings that up.
Well, okay. It's I think the other reason why that changed is because whenever she got voice actors, they all started saying the names, and I think at that point they just started universally being like, okay, well, I guess this character says it this way, let's go with it.
Yeah, Melissa says Aph-Mau, we'll go with it.
Indeed.
Don't worry. I'm sure...
Although, that also, the same character's name, we do know that Aphmau did pronounce the name, like, E-I-N, but pronounced it Ian all the way back in Iron and Coal. Except for then she changed it because everyone was saying Ein, because, you wanted to have Ein green and coal green, which is a weird thing to happen, but yeah.
Personality will come out in time.
Your talk wasn't long.
Wow, getting a little more bold, ain't you?
Every time Donna tries to have humor, she just gets shut down by Aphmau. Come on.
Yeah, it wasn't, which means we can get you to Emmeline sooner.
Emmeline?
These markings got me curious. Besides, she'll need a place to stay.
She can't stay in your brothel house.
Oh my goodness.
It's not a brothel!
Okay, so now it's finally time to talk about the Babe House.
Oh god.
So at one point in the original, when because of how the villagers work, sometimes just in Minecraft and in Minecraft Comes Alive, you get gatherings of multiple characters in one location. So at one point there were a bunch of female villagers in Phoenix Drop that all decided to like unite inside this like one tiny Minecraft house. And so at some point, for some reason, Aphmau just again doing improv, like trying to implant personalities onto the AI, decides to call that one the Babe House. it was the word brothel never came up during the original. That was here. Again, she's being a bit more bold at this point.
Oh,
Emlyn said,
I don't care what she said! Even more reason to visit that sweet woman. Aphmau, let's go.
But that does make sense because obviously, there was no room in the babe house for another person. Definitely not.
Oh. Okay.
That thing was packed.
Hey! For what it's worth from a stranger, I'm glad you're doing better.
Oh, I was meant to be smiling. Just no mouth. Dang it. I was like, does he look shocked?
Calm down, Emmeline. You may have just watched a vital part of history in the form of a book burn in front of you today. But at least you can enjoy a nice, hot cup of tea undisturbed.
Yeah, just wonder how the Aztecs felt.
All the Greeks, actually.
Emmeline!
What in the hell?
Stop telling people our home is a brothel!
What gives you the right to just barge in here unannounced? Besides, your home by definition can be considered a brothel.
I don't care what
No, it can't. What book did you read that in?
definition is because it doesn't define who I am!
That was my... Okay, I'm rewinding that. That's one of my favorite lines in this. Hold on. Let me just...
Emmeline!
What in the hell?
Stop telling people our home is a brothel!
What gives you the right to just barge in here unannounced? Besides, your home by definition can be considered a brothel.
I don't care what a definition is because it doesn't define who I am!
I heard a saying very recently. It's hard to win an argument against someone who's smart. It's impossible to win an argument against someone who's stupid. Just thought I'd bring that up.
You know what? Never mind. What does Donna the concubine want today?
I don't know what that word means, so screw you, because it's probably bad.
It's bad, yeah.
Anyway, there's my new friend, Aphmau.
Heathen!
Huh?
This heathen tried to kill me earlier, but worse, she burned a book!
Oh.
Now I'm going to bed before I think of a better way to get us killed, or worse, expelled.
No, how
I will say, if it were a brothel, maybe the village wouldn't be so poor. Just throwing this out there.
Oh my
Wouldn't all the
God.
money just they'd have to use some of their limited money anyway to support that place in the first place? So
well, no,
probably
but sure, but what I'm saying though is if that were a business going on, right?
Oh, okay, like other people, visiting parties.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe that could have actually helped the village a little bit.
Oh God.
I'm just saying, economically, it's sound.
Headcanon, someone brought that up to Lord Malik before and just got shut down immediately.
I don't remember what a book is.
I'm about to have a heart attack!
Look,
Relatable.
just tell us what these markings
it's very
are.
strange that a character at this point in time would actually know where to feel for a heart attack.
Well, she read up on it.
I figured you would know since you're so smart. Show her.
Wow, she learned to lift arm on her own rather than Donna forcing people to.
She isn't going to attack me again, is she?
Not this time.
Hey, that was pretty feisty.
Great. Another Donna.
I didn't mean.
Whatever. Let me.
You didn't mean. Well, yeah, no, that doesn't work. I didn't mean to point a knife at you. I'm sorry that you took that the wrong way.
Again, fight or flight. I think she gets a little bit of leniency.
She adjusts her glasses the same way that Mr. Diaz does. Miss Ravenna.
Unfortunately, I don't have any knowledge about this.
What the heck? Why?
Because I haven't researched it before. You need books to research things, Donna. And guess what?
This is a book. You need these to research.
I'm just saying, I do wonder what that book is about, given that the cover looks like it has flames at the bottom.
Well, yeah, bit of an odd choice considering what happened to the last book she held.
Well, these kids are afraid of knowledge, so they tend to burn all the books!
What else are you supposed to do with them?
Read them!
Those things? But you have books here.
I get what they're referencing here, because I already made a joke about it, but I feel like they're really downplaying that one as to why they were.
Yeah, why they're being burnt. Yeah, okay. Oh, yes. But also, what are you supposed to do with them, even though, like, she seems... Aphmau seems to have a concept of what reading is, but not that you do it to books.
I know, it was more so Donna's reaction to what else are you supposed to do with them. Well...
Sinruan? Listen, I don't know a thing
Hold on, did that book literally just say reference on the cover?
about her markings.
I don't know. Is it either research or reference? It's hard to tell.
With the irony... Oh, wait a second. If that actually is fire at the bottom, it's the idea that a research or reference is, like, in hell.
Uh-huh.
Please, leave!
I don't know. Then again, I guess that's what the Christians of this era would have considered, you know...
It's true.
The worshippers of Irene.
You know what? Fine. Yep. Aphmau, you're going to stay with Emmeline for the night.
Wait, what?
She lost her memory and needs help.
This is mildly better than the original, where Aphmau just sort of decides to camp in the library, despite the fact the librarian hates her.
Besides, there's not a lot of room at my place with all the ladies who stay with me, so she's going to stay with you.
So the behind the scenes on that one. So the reason for why she hates her is another instance of the survival that just got adapted.
I talked about that already. I talked about that already before with Microsoft's life and how all the choices end up being negative impacts.
Okay. Yeah, it was essentially... Yeah, it was essentially just a random number generator in the AI, and Aphmau was just very unlucky with Emmeline.
Yeah.
You. Oh, and since you're definition.
Whatever.
Since you say a brothel is more than one lady staying in a house, then I guess that means you now have one too.
Her house also was bigger than
the
Babe house. It probably would have been the better option. Just for the record, it also has an upstairs, so it has a bedroom.
I think this is why Aphmau decided to stay in the library in the actual version, so she'd have a bit of space.
I have room and was planning for you to stay here anyway, since Emmeline has so much space.
But she tried to kill me!
Have fun, you two. Don't break anything.
As you walk through the head of the rug.
Whatever. I'm going to bed.
Quick, grab a dictionary so you can know stuff next episode.
She has to figure out how to spell the word dictionary first. Or read letters.
Take the blanket and sleep wherever. My blood is far past boiling today to care about anything right now.
I'm sorry.
Sorry won't get my book back.
At least you tried.
I will say, in the context of this series, it's like, okay, maybe she is being overreactive. In a historical standpoint, I do not blame Emmeline in the slightest.
Yeah, no.
I too would be quite angry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, excessively more angry than if it happened in modern day.
Oh, you can't even get a copy. Most likely. If there were any copies.
There were There probably was, but not very many.
One second.
Oh.
Hold on.
Okay. Well, I guess it's our thing now. Yeah, so there was clearly a lot of references to the Crusades and actually just general Christian invasion in this episode. Like, beyond just my initial joke, it's very clear that was a thing that was being referenced a lot here. They really downplayed that one, but it was a thing here. I really do wonder what would have happened if Aphmau bothered to really go into that one.
Could be very controversial. I don't know.
We could say that's what happened to season 3 and the rest of that series. Historians burned the rest of the footage so that it could never see the light of day.
Yeah.
We never know what became of Irene until My Street, but yeah.
It's such a good outfit, though. I want it.
I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
I think it took a while in the original for her to get an outfit that would like match the time period.
Yeah, because she was just going by her like normal skin.
Yeah, cat stockings in medieval times.
Yes.
I have the power.
Yeah. Also, this didn't happen either. She didn't get healing until like way later.
Yeah, mainly because it wasn't an idea yet.
She turned the crops into grass. We can eat grass, right?
On the bright side, it's healthy soil, so you could always just replant it, and it would do something.
Thank you. Yeah.
And plus, you could get seeds from grass, so.
Yeah, that's true, but you would need that would be for well, actually, yeah. By Minecraft logic, yes, but I think we're past that point for this series.
Right,
although,
true.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, you know,
There's a guard in the back.
The age of Minecraft roleplays at this point has moved beyond the realms of Minecraft logic. I tried to pitch a Minecraft roleplay at one point with using the mechanic of being inside the world of Minecraft. And yet, at every turn, it's like, well, this is not how I envisioned this.
So during my rewrites, I gotta tell you, it is the weirdest thing so my biggest struggle so far is trying to somehow show the crafting of wooden pickaxes.
Yeah, when you don't have that as a core feature, yeah, that would be
yeah, because in Minecraft it's like, oh yeah, it's wooden pickaxes. In real life, that's not a practical thing.
No.
So you kind of have to angle the camera away just enough that the people can actually just kind of film the blanks for it to actually seem realistic.
Yeah. Either that or just like have a shot of somebody else while in the background all you hear is for a few seconds and then it's there.
Oh,
I don't know.
God.
The crops.
Yes, Gareth. We needed one there.
What did you?
To be continued.
Exactly. Get the plush. Buy the juice boxes, I guess, as well.
Oh, God.
Wow, an animal plush. Except it actually made sense to her channel at this time.
Yeah, can we please? We need a Meow series. Give them a story. That will make them like way more like crying out loud. Toy companies have been doing that since like the dawn of television, giving their toys personalities to sell more of them. It feels like to do that.
Ninja Turtles is a bit of a weird direction in this one, but for the record, that is why the original series came out. the comic book series came out as a parody of X-Men and Daredevil, was very violent, and they realized that they wanted to sell toys, but they couldn't do that for what the material in the comics was doing. So instead, they made it very child friendly.
Yeah,
and hence the first cartoon came out.
I mean, the 80s is a great example of that, like a huge wave of that happening, with Transformers, Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles as well.
To this
It's
day, the
everything,
comics...
but I mean, I was going to say, probably there's some My Little Pony line as well along that line.
Yeah, they were originally
There's been
toys.
tons of interpretations of Barbie over the time. Eventually, you get into like the modern day. Right now, we still have the Monster High TV show, things like that. Yeah, basically, point is, Meow's series. Make a Meow series.
Yes,
and I might consider maybe getting one of them. I don't know. Okay, but I gotta go and do at the actual stream for today. So yeah, gonna play some Minecraft Legends. Okay, so just to quickly go over this, definitely making that image the thumbnail. I also have to do my my Levi drink overall, just to the general, like the big message that Donna gave, and also all of the little details that came together. Couldn't pick one in particular, so wait until the very end. So there you go. That verse that KW has never seen me do a Levi drink before and doesn't know the context, but I don't have time to explain right now.
I watched Attack on Titan actually, so
yes, but the Levi drink was not from Attack on Titan per se.
Well, I mean, isn't it from my street though?
Okay, I'll explain after we go over into Minecraft Legends, if you're staying for that, days. All right. Good remake, good episode. I gotta go.
I guess.
Yeah, some of the things you can see in terms of adaptation, but you know what? It's still definitely very fun, and this is the one remake I think that really gets away with just altering pretty much like everything, but also not that much at the same time.
Yeah, like all of these events pretty much happened. It's just that they happen sooner.
Yeah, I reckon that if BB had made a classic Minecraft roleplay from back in the day, even she would have considered doing something like this in the future. It makes sense. The one exception to your never remake rule.
To be fair,
we'll carry that on a little bit later. So I guess same time, same place on Aph-May. I can't say 5 years later because it's a different series.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. Subscribe to us already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.
Bye.
Bye.